So this is new to my channel, but I want to show you guys how I make soap now with just 3 ingredients. So I'm using palm oil today. I usually use kernel oil or groundnut oil, but I want to try out this palm oil today. So the next thing I'm going to be using is water. So water is something you can easily get from your kitchen, and I measured out 60 grams. Forget the 1%. So this is the caustic soda I have been using, and when you get it from the shop, they put this canoline clay and tie it together so as to know what you can the next step to take. The number is for you, so it is easy to just start making soap from scratch without having any knowledge. So when you get to the shop, they give you everything you need and number it accordingly. So I'm just going to be measuring out 30 grams of this lye solution, which is the caustic soda, and I'm going to be mixing it in a 60-gram water. You can do 90, but I prefer using 60-gram, and then mix it. So you have to stay in an airy place because this is really harsh, and because it is harsh, it can infect your eyes or cause some kind of disease. I mix my lye solution until the hot smoke vapor stops coming out, and then I let it sit for a while. You can use this after 45 minutes, or you can let it sit for weeks and weeks so it cools down and matches the energy of your oil. But I'm using the hot process today. So I'm bleaching the palm oil, and I'm going to turn off the gas cooker before pouring in the lye solution, but you can let this cool down first before pouring in the lye solution. But since I want to make the hot process, I'm just going to pour it in together and then mix everything. Then after mixing everything together, I'm going to turn on the gas cooker again and let it boil until it is cooked. Unlike the hot process, your oil is cold, the lye is cold. Once you pour it into the oil, it thickens up at the bottom, and then when you turn this, it becomes a paste. And once you get the paste you want, you can just pour it into your molder without boiling. But for the cold process, you can't use the soap immediately because you have the caustic soda very raw and everything. So you just have to let this settle in for about 4 weeks or 2 weeks before you can use it. But if you are like me and you want to use your soap immediately, then the hot process is always the best. So this is what the cold process looks like. It is less stressful, very easy, but it takes longer time to process. So this is what the paste is going to look like. So the color of your oil affects the color of the soap, unless you want to put in some artificial color. Once it starts thickening up, you are just going to realize that it's cooked because you perceive the soapiness from it. And then don't let it thicken up this much so that it can enter into your mold. So I'm just going to use one of my plates that I have at home. This is what I have always used to mold my soap until I buy a molder. So I'm just going to put it inside, then make it stay in. Yeah, we have the soap done. So the color of the oil really affected this soap, and this is how it came out 3 hours later. So this soap looks like it has color in it, but that is just because of the color of the oil. So if you use a white oil, you're going to get a white color unless you're putting artificial color. So this is what the soap looks like, and it really works. See, it's foaming perfectly well. It foams better, but I don't think you can use this on a white cloth, even though it's going to wash out. But to be on the safer side, use a white oil if you want to use this soap on a white cloth. So it foams very well, it foams really well. You can use it to wash anything. Because I was scared it's not going to wash anything white, I had to try it on this white towel, and to my greatest amazement, it came off. It washed well, and I really love it. So it's always good to try new things. In case you want another detailed video of how I make my homemade soap, because I'm beginning to learn how to make things for myself, homemade soap, homemade body shower, homemade everything. Just leave it in the comment section. Tell me what next you want me to try out for you, and I'm definitely gonna do it. So after washing, I was hoping to see like the oil line on it. No, we had no oil line. So once you rinse this, you're going to have a clean towel.